Episode 4: Socialism Around the World. Part 2: Asian Socialism. China under Mao, Vietnam, and North Korea. China under Mao Zedong. Following the Chinese Revolution in 1949, Mao Zedong established the People's Republic of China, marking the beginning of socialist rule. Mao's approach to socialism included land reform, the nationalization of industry, and the collectivization of agriculture. His vision was to transform China into a socialist society through continuous revolution, leading to initiatives like the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. The Great Leap Forward aimed at rapidly industrializing China and improving agricultural output via massive communes, but resulted in widespread famine and millions of deaths. The Cultural Revolution later sought to purge capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society, leading to political chaos and social disruption. Vietnam. Vietnam's path to socialism began with its struggle for independence from French colonial rule, culminating in the leadership of Ho Chi Minh and the Viet Cong's success in the Vietnam War. After reunification in 1975, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam was established. Vietnam embarked on a socialist path with land reforms and nationalization of industries, but faced significant economic difficulties. In the late 1980s, Vietnam introduced Doi Moi, economic renovation, incorporating elements of market economics while retaining its socialist orientation, leading to significant economic growth and improvements in living standards. North Korea. After the Korean War, North Korea, under Kim Il-sung, adopted a form of socialism known as Juche, or self-reliance, which became the official state ideology. The regime nationalized industry and collectivized agriculture, while also heavily militarizing the state. Over the years, the North Korean government has maintained a tight grip on the economy, resulting in widespread poverty and a reliance on international aid due to its economic isolation. Latin American socialism, Cuba, Venezuela, and Bolivia. Cuba. After the Cuban Revolution in 1959, led by Fidel Castro, Cuba adopted socialism and quickly aligned with the Soviet Union. The Cuban government nationalized industries and implemented land reforms and universal healthcare and education. Despite facing significant economic challenges due to U.S. sanctions, Cuba has maintained its commitment to socialist principles, providing extensive social services to its citizens, but also experiencing periods of economic hardship, especially after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Venezuela. Socialism in Venezuela is most closely associated with Hugo Chavez and his Bolivarian Revolution. Chavez was elected in 1998 and initiated a series of socialist reforms known as the 21st Century Socialism, which included nationalization of key industries, land reforms, and social programs funded by the country's oil revenue. Although initially reducing poverty and improving living standards, these policies eventually led to economic mismanagement, hyperinflation, and a political crisis, exacerbated under his successor, Nicolás Maduro. Bolivia. Evo Morales, Bolivia's first indigenous president, took office in 2006 and implemented a form of socialism that included renationalizing the country's gas and oil industries and using the revenues to fund social programs and reduce poverty. His policies focused on social inclusion and reducing inequality, significantly improving the economic and social conditions of indigenous and rural communities. However, Morales' attempts to extend his presidency led to political unrest and his eventual resignation in 2019. These examples from Asia and Latin America illustrate the diverse applications of socialism and the varying results based on local conditions, leadership, and the global political environment.